Hey friends, it's time to start seeds. We have so many to start. It is 9 weeks from my planting day, not my average last frost day. I'm gonna go 1 week after that, which will be about 20% chance of frost at that point. So that will be, I think it was May 6th and 7th, something like that. So we're gonna plant, so we're counting back from there. At the 9-week mark, we're gonna start all of these, and I'll bring you in and show you what we're gonna do. I prepared all these trays last night. I used Miracle-Gro potting mix instead of seed starting mix because I want my seed starting mix to already have nutrients in it, and potting mix can have chunks. So I sieved, I spent probably 2 hours sieving everything, moistened it, added some cinnamon in the mixture too to help with fungus. Supposedly it helps with that. And then I put potting mix in all of these. It took about 2 hours to prepare this, but I knew it would just make today a whole lot easier. And I also separated out my seeds that I was going to need for today's project. So this should be really quick and easy and simple. And so seed starting mix, most of the time, does not have any nutrients in it at all, but it's super soft and lofty, doesn't have chunks in it. And so if you start in the little cells, like the little ones, then whenever your plant has their first set of true leaves, you would want to up pot them or fertilize them at that point because there is no nutrients being given to them. And up potting is an extra step and fertilizing is an extra step. And so to minimize extra steps and make this easy and seamless, I wanted to start in bigger containers. And luckily I laid all my trays out, laid all my containers out, saw what I had, and I realized I can start everything in a larger container and also have enough space under my grow lights and be able to grow as many things as I need for my garden space. So that's really nice. So I'm not going to have to up pot hardly. I'm not going to have to fertilize until later on if I want to, because everything is started in potting mix that has nutrients and fertilizer in it already. I think the Miracle-Gro potting mix is just fertilizer, peat, and perlite. I think that's all that's really in it. So that's its nutrients. It's not like compost or anything, but that also means that it's not bringing in bugs and stuff that you can find in compost, like actual compost. So at least that's my hope, because in the past compost have had bugs and weed seeds and everything else, but I haven't noticed all that in the Miracle-Gro potting mix. So I'm excited. Okay, let me bring you in and show you the pictures of the things that we're starting. Okay, the Utah tall celery is just your standard green looking whatever. If I don't put a picture up there, you just know it's regular green. Red acre cabbage is just your standard looking purple cabbage. Parsley, thyme, rosemary, this beautiful eggplant, habanero, purple bells, and early jalapeno. So you get jalapenos quick, but they're small. So then to get them big ones, I'm going to do big guy. And I have a backup packet there. Jalapenos that I saved from, I grew these two things last year, so it's seeds from one of these. I don't even know, but it's going to give us some kind of jalapeno, and that's fine. Shishito. Whenever I do random bell pepper spots that are just labeled BP or random bell pepper, it'll be from orange bell pepper that I saved. Have no idea if it's true to seed, or it'll be from this rainbow blend. And purple that I saved, but I'll put that in the random pile because I don't know if it's true to seed either. Ghost pepper, these give us ghost peppers. I grew them, my saved seeds from last year. The snacking pepper, these are sweet, and they were free. At Home Depot, they were giving out free seeds, and I was like, yeah. The sweet yummy, these are so good. They look like this, but they're super sweet. Just eat them. California Wonder is supposed to be a big one. I grew it last year. They got pretty big. Ozark Giant gets pretty big. The Lesia, I'm thinking about making some paprika. So all my extra bell peppers that I have will be turned into paprika probably, and then some in the freezer for like diced up and sliced up. So this will be part of that as well. Jimmy Nardello, was not overly impressed with that either. Chinese 5-color, first time trying this, super excited. These are very tasty and spicy. Serrano, first time growing Serrano for me. Cayenne, and these are supposed to be huge, big, massive bell peppers. So we'll see. Dusty Miller for the landscape. I think those will be pretty. And these geraniums, I'll show you a picture. They are gorgeous. I love flowers that have multiple colors in one flower. And we have marjoram is another herb. And oh, some of the stuff over here needed to be cold stratified, so those seeds are still in the refrigerator, and we'll pull them out whenever I need them, like these two right here, hyssop and mugwort. Okay, let's get started. So it's very important to read your seed packet and know your seeds. So at the 9-week mark, it's safe to start all my peppers. 8 to 10 weeks usually, or 8 to 12 weeks is what's recommended for that. Cabbage can be started now at the 9-week mark because you can plant it out before your average frost date. So I'm planting mine out mid-April instead of the end of April, or instead of like the first week of May. So starting it now means it'll be ready to go out in mid-April. Eggplant, I think it's recommended 8 to 12 or 10 to 12 weeks in advance. So we're right there at the 9-week mark. What else was it? Yeah, geranium said the same thing. Sort of everything that we have here said 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 weeks in advance from your average last frost, but I'm going for my planting date, which is a week after that. So just make sure you don't go and start your tomatoes in January if you can't plant them until May. Just be careful with that. Be sure to know the seed depth as well. 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/8 inch, surface sow a whole inch, which your seed packet should tell you. We're just going to plop one seed in each. Oh, that's not for this. Okay, cool. So these are just regular jalapenos, the early variety. Tap it down a little bit. I'm only doing one per each. That way I don't have to worry about thinning them and wasting seed. Kind of something that I struggle with is the concept of wasting seed by over sowing and then thinning out. I know it's a necessary thing, but so if these haven't germinated, I will put a new seed in, and it'll just be a little bit younger than the others. But I will literally just put a new seed in if nothing germinates, so it's all good. If you watch the seed viability video that we did, these are the seeds we tested for viability. I went out to the garage fridge and got the stuff that's cold stratifying. Got to dig out the ones I need. Ashwagandha was out there. The lemon balm and bee balm, mugwort, echinacea, echinacea, hyssop, some lavender in here somewhere. Yes, lavender. It might be good. I got so many flower seeds. Okay, I'll put this back in the fridge. Last tray, finally. Oh, yep, some of them are surface though. I just reread the lavender packet, and we are doing this one too early. Cancel that. Hyssop, 1/4 inch. That was a lot. We got one over on the grow station so far. We got to move the other ones over, but glad to be done. Feeling pretty productive. If the camera footage on the last one here was weird, it's because the battery died and the backups weren't charging like they were supposed. Like they were plugged in, they just weren't actually charging. Anyways, long story short, we're done. Let's get them on the grow station. Ta-da! Tater, it's nothing. It's just me. Okay, so I got new trays and they're super duper sturdy. So I can't squeeze 3 of these in here anymore and bend these a little bit like I could in the past because these don't bend. So we've got 2 full trays here, and then I have different things that I can squeeze in on the side here, so I'm still optimizing my growing space. So same thing here, 2 full trays, and then some of these things, and I'll just come around to this, cut that one down there too. I can just come around to this open end and grab them to water. And then over here will be for the taller things, like that sweet potato slab. Look at those. I think I need to pick those off and root them. What do you think? Microgreens, onions we already did together, and the tomatoes. When we do tomatoes, they'll go, got one there. They'll go here, and these lights are naturally taller, so they'll be right above the solo cups. That's the game plan. Last on today's agenda is to winter sow some more. So we winter sowed together in a cupcake container in January, and then we did a vinegar container as well on that day. And some things are doing okay, some things haven't done anything yet, so I don't know. But I want to do it again. So I saved these to-go containers because I thought, oh, I can grow in them, like whatever. But they're not efficiently sized to place in the grow station, as you saw. And so of like actual growing containers, I have more than I need. Like, I'll show you in a sec, but I have more than I need. So I think these will be great for winter sowing and not using indoors. That's my whole point. So I don't remember what restaurants these are from. These are to-go containers, and then a strawberry container, store-bought strawberries. Okay, stay open. I already have the tags in here. We're gonna try forget-me-not, anise, whatever, bachelor button, marigold, gypsophilia. Some of these we've already done out there, but I want to do again and get more. So let me dig up those seed packets. They might be in the fridge, actually. We did a seed haul video very recently, so you can see all the cool things we got in that video if you want. I saved these marigolds myself, and they didn't germinate hardly, like 1% germinated or something. And then I was like, oh, they might need cold stratification. So fingers crossed. And anything that needs to be cold stratified, you can do winter sowing with. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of things you can actually do this with. Just whatever you find easier. If you find it easier to put them in the fridge and then start them yourself inside, like we do most plants, that's an option. Bachelor button, 1/4 inch. Forget-me-nots, 1/4 inch. I didn't sieve these because I was sick of doing it. Some of these are a little bit more than 1/4 inch, so I'm just gonna carefully cover them, especially like that right there. anise, or anise, yeah, I think it's like anise. Marigolds, 1/4 inch. And I'm sowing them like this and so heavily because the germination was so terrible. Okay, I think I covered them all. Last, Gypsophilia, 1/8 inch, which I always surface sow something that says 1/8 inch. Because you'll see something say 8 inch, but barely cover because it needs light to germinate. And I'm just like, well, then why would I cover it at all? You know? So I just surface sow. Because 9 times out of 10 it needs light to germinate, and that's why it says 1/8 inch. All right, we're done. We're going to take these out and set them on the table. So cold stratifying is giving the seed a period of cold. A lot of seeds need that. The reason for that is because if a mature plant in the summer or fall drops all their seeds, and then that seed decides to grow, and then winter comes and kills it because it wasn't mature enough or it's not hardy enough, then all those seeds that germinated die. So the internal clock or temperature of the seeds on some of these that will seed themselves need to be cold, and then when it gets warm it tells them, okay, I've gone through the cold period, now it's warm and now it's safe to germinate. So that's why. And you can do it with so many things. Anything that needs to be cold stratified, many seeds that self-sow, because obviously they drop their seed and the plants keep coming back. So a lot of perennials as well. You just have to Google it because the seed packet 9 times out of 10 don't even say it needs to be cold stratified or that it would benefit from it, or that you can winter sow it. So you can just Google different things that you can winter sow. Duh, sitting right here. Okay. Echinacea. That is what we're doing in this one. I'm going to use my old echinacea seeds. I got a variety pack of seeds, I guess. I'm trying to figure out the right words. Of medicinal stuff. And I got a fresh batch of echinacea seeds. So I need to use these old ones if they go bad. Just purple coneflower. They get 4 feet tall. These ones do. That's too many. So echinaceas usually will just do green growth the first. Holy crap, I scratched up my table a lot. From sliding the seed trays. Echinaceas flower the second year usually. If you're lucky, they'll flower the first year. Sometimes if you winter sow, they will flower the first year. We'll see. If not, they'll stay where they are and they'll flower the second year. These are 1/4 inch. Got my holes. Got my seeds in there. Take it outside. I'm not going to bother taking it. Yay, we got that done. That was over half of the seeds we needed to start with today. And then at the 7-week mark, which is 2 weeks from now, we will be doing another 3rd or something like that, the tomatoes and a few other things. And then at the 5-week mark, we're doing a few more. So stay tuned for those and you'll see what we do and how we do it. And then, yeah, just like and subscribe if you want to and follow along and see how the seeds are doing and where we plant them. And feel free to comment and I will see you later. Have a great day.